Usually record the show.
Well, now it's
all right. Now it's recording.
All right.
Hey, so this show's on YouTube. I guess we just did a whole bit for 20 minutes, and it wasn't recorded. This is the second time this has happened. How embarrassing! Well, so if you're listening to this on YouTube, yeah, it's half an episode. Congrats! You don't have to sit through an hour of this thing.
Those 20 minutes for the WNSC listeners were exclusive, once-in-a-lifetime minutes.
These were exclusive bits to all the listeners out there. We were just talking about folding your clothes. If you're folding your clothes while listening to this show, you are doing it correct. That's what I'd like to say. We did a whole thing. This is the 100th episode of the show. It only took us 11 episodes to get to the show. Pretty exciting stuff. Of course, I have with me Nick Brunston.
How you doing?
He's my co-host for the day. We did a whole thing. It's all gone now. Who cares? I was talking about how life's a bug. You know, you just gotta squish it. Hey, life's a bug. Squish it!
We talked about a man who has his head locked in a cage so he does not smoke cigarettes.
Of course, there is a man with his head locked in a cage on Reddit. If we can get this episode to get 100,000 retweets, we will get this man the key. We'll get the man the key. We'll buy him a key. He lost the key. We'll get him a new key. If you RT this episode 100,000 times, we'll get this man a brand new key. Very exciting on the show. Very excited to announce that. Also, for every 100,000 retweets this gets, I will send you 5 cents. 5 cents. That's right. I'm taking it right out of my bank account. 5 cents to everyone that RTs this vid. Please do it. Please upvote. Please subscribe. Also, if you smell like garbage, which I'm sure you don't, all my listeners smell really good, but if you do smell like garbage, turn off the show, because I can practically smell you from here. What am I saying? I don't know. What's going on? Who, what, where, why? I think you should always set up the who, what, where, why of every episode.
It's true.
Of course, that's what I'm doing for the people listening to the pre-recorded episode. So that's it, folks. I'm an idiot. I forgot to record some of it. But hey, this is the second time this has happened. It's not like it's the first. It's not my first rodeo. Nice. Okay, we just zoomed in on the caged man. Very cool. Caged man, of course, is our celebrity of the day, the caged man. Move over, Jared Fogle. We got a new celebrity to promote the podcast. He will be on the show next episode.
As well as Dan Schneider and Quentin Tarantino.
Dan Schneider will be here, and so will Quentin Tarantino. And we'll be talking about some funnel feet content. Of course, they will. I'll be like, please stop talking about that on my show.
We're getting all the creeps, the alleged creeps.
We're getting all the creeps so that we can have them arrested. That's right. They'll be in the studio, and then we'll immediately call 911.
Nobody tell them, though.
We'll be having them talk about whatever the creeps talk about. I don't know. I'm not one, so how am I supposed to know? They'll be talking. They'll be very distracted with one another. And then we will call the police, and the police will come and arrest them. So we're heroes. That's right. Can we let's give that... We're clapping for the 100th episode of The Chris Show.
Yay.
100th. Can I play a little fanfare for the 100th episode? Let's do this. Let's hear it.
Please.
All right. Well, there we go. "100 episodes. Wow. This episode is dedicated to looking back on bits, skits, goofs, spoofs, and all types of gags that are now world famous from The Chris Show with Miele. That's Miele. That's how you spell it. And all types of co-hosts, celebrities. Frank Ocean was on the show.
Yeah, and
Frank Ocean was on the show. We had all types of celebrities. Jared F's
lawyer, legal advisor, was definitely on
Jared
the show.
Fogle's lawyer called into the show. He told us all about Subway sandwiches. Pretty delicious stuff.
One time we had God on the show.
God was on the show. He told me when I'm going to die. Of course, I'm not going to say that, but let's just say 2093. Look out. Can't wait.
I believe he said 2023.
No, I don't think he said that. I will be in the future. I will get to see 5D glasses. That's what I've heard. 5D glasses are going to be the big thing. Of course, you will be able to listen to audio in 3D. That's what 5D basically does. And you will be able to smell... You'll be able to smell what I smell, which I smell everybody. I can smell you from here. As I've said at the top of the show, or the top of the recording of the show, I can smell you from here, and of course you'll be able to smell people from here if you pick up 5D glasses. 5D glasses. Also, eat Cheez-Its. Did I ever say that before in the show? I don't know if I have. I think that's a good thing to do.
I'm considering locking my head in a cage so I don't eat any more Cheez-Its, because those things are addictive.
Yeah, those freaking things, they're like smoking crack.
You get the extra toasty ones, forget about it.
Don't smoke crack.
I'd rather smoke crack because I won't get as addicted.
Eat Cheez-Its, and if you're going to smoke crack, maybe think secondly about it and go buy some Cheez-Its instead and eat those. Wow, I think it's about time. We're 6 minutes into the actual recording of the show, and I think it's already time to get to the commercial break, because in real time it's halfway through the show. There's a weird lamp in the studio today. I don't know why there's this weird lamp in here. It looks like the Pixar lamp's wacky brother. That's true. Nick's here. He can vouch for me.
It looks just like the Pixar lamp, but with deformed legs.
It's the lesser brother of the Pixar lamp. It's pretty dashing, though, in a way. It has its own charm about it. When I touch it, it makes a noise. If I slam it, it might break. Pretty cool stuff. That's pretty much any object. Life is fragile, as they like to say. You can break pretty much anything.
Including your own self and your will.
You can break your own self. You can break anyone's will if you really try. And on that note, I think it's time to get to the commercial. And then from there, we'll get to the phone zone. Get your phones ready. 407-823-4151. Call in and tell me how good I look today. Because, okay, the joke there is this is audio. You can't see me. All right. Commercial time, baby. Here we go. We'll be right back on Chris Show with Miele on...
See you soon.
WNSC Radio. Okay, here we go.
Hello there, my name is Neil deGrasse Tyson from How I Met Your Mother. Oh boy, do I have a great product for you. Have you ever wanted to have your beans and eat them too? Well, now you can with the unbeanable new product, the Baked Bean Bagged Chair. With this amazing new chair, you can sit in a big pile of mushy baked beans without getting any of your clothes coated in horrible filth. But what if you get hungry for beans when you're sitting in this chair? Well, there is a solution. Just tear open the baked bean bag chair and go to town on those bad boy beans. Bask in the bean glory. Those beans are yours and no one else's. Ignore the horrible stink. Enjoy the beans. Delish. Please buy the baked bean bagged chair. Buy it. Buy it now. Please insert your credit card into your computer CD slot to make the purchase. Then email your social security number to chrisshowmelee@gmail.com. Thanks.
All right, we are back. And I think it's time we get to our worst Can I start that over again? We get to our favorite, best segment of the show. It's where we turn on the phones. You can call in while we talk, interrupt the heck out of us. Sure, why not? And, ruin our days by saying things. All right. Did I say ruin?
Yes.
I meant rune. Talk about some rare runes you found.
Some RuneScape
on your
even.
most recent explorations. I don't care. Do what you want. Tell us things. Give us information.
Are the phones open?
Well, once I play the theme song.
Oh, I forgot.
The horrible, long theme song that is really just so funny. Here we go. We'll be right back after this theme song. 407-823-4151. Get those phones ready.
Don't get it twisted.
As in, don't get the phone lines twisted, because it's phone time.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee.
We'll be taking phone calls, and yes, we'll disagree.
Get her done.
Oh! Somebody! Oh! He needs some milk!
Bring it.
Lord, I don't know what I do. All I do is say, oh Lord, that last long day she said goodbye.
This is an original Chris Show classic.
What's going on here?
How's it going, man? How are you?
What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Put that down. What's going on here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Can you not talk to me?
Just for the...
What are you doing?
Hey, don't do that, man. Don't do that again.
Oh, looks like it's time for the phone time. Wow, really good. The phones are now on if you want to call in. Go right ahead. Make my day. That was unintentionally a reference, movie quote. I'm a real movie head. Of course, this is not movie time segment, so we're not gonna talk about what movie it's from. If it was the movie time segment, our famous segment, I would say it was from Dirty Harry, but it's not. I'm not gonna say that, so that's not a thing we'll be doing.
Right, Nick, and that is again 407-823-4151.
If you're really like, oh, I gotta call it, and then you can do it. But in the meantime, Nick and I will continue doing what we've been doing, which I don't really know what we've been doing, but
light banter.
Sure, light banter. Maybe some medium. Maybe we'll do some medium banter.
Perhaps.
What the heck is up with politics nowadays?
Politics are crazy. Let's for a second just delve right into why
all the politics.
The side that's not on my side is wrong.
Let me tell you something. I pay attention very closely to everything, and I have to say it's all fake. It's all lies.
Of course.
Everything is. Even look in the mirror. I think.
Well, you know what's really sad in politics lately is people are assuming that Barbara Bush died of natural causes. I listen. Don't buy their stories.
B. Bush. I'm
a 93-year-old woman does not just drop dead like that.
Rest in peace, baby. I think she might have been assassinated.
I think.
Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Barack Hussein Obama.
I don't think it's insensitive to say that. I think my girl Barbara Bush, one of the best Bushes in my opinion. If I had to rank the Bushes, she'd definitely be in the top 5, right behind the freaking berry bush, where we get all our berries from. Right next to Jeb, maybe we'll put her up there. But anyway, Barbara, she's done so much for our country. I think today we're gonna talk about everything she's done. Let me just gotta make a quick search. Real quick, how do you spell Barbara? Is it B-R-A-B-R-A? Wait, B-A-R-A-B-A-R-A. Oh, no.
Barbara.
It's Barbara, like Hanna-Barbera, creator of the Flintstones.
Barbara Bush.
Today we'd like to acknowledge everything Barbara Bush. Everything Barbara Bush was the wife of George H.W. Bush, 41st President of the United States, and served as the First Lady of the United States from 1890.
Are we sure that the phone's on correctly, by the way? Because last time it's like the audio wasn't...
The audio is always terrible for the phones. It's 407-823-4151. Look, I'm not putting much stake in the phones, okay? If anyone calls in, they call in. All right?
That's fair. Well, Barbara Bush, getting back to it.
Anyway, Bare Bones Bush, she... I got thrown off. I'm not doing research. I didn't have to Google her name to know everything she's done. I didn't have to look up anything. I'm not reading off anything right now. Okay. She was born in New York City. She met George Herbert Walker Bush at age 16. How old was she when she met George Herbert Walker Bush at age 16? What if she was in like her late 30s?
What?
What a creep.
I'm not understanding.
What I'm saying is I think our girl Barbara might have,
been a cougar?
No, now might have been a little creepy.
Oh, you dog, Barbara.
Barbara, what the heck? He was only 16 when you met him? A little weird.
She was probably what?
And then you married him
she was
a
probably
year
like
later?
100
it
at that
says right
point?
here. I mean, it doesn't say anywhere on anything. I'm not reading off of anything. It says right here. Well, I take that. Okay, look.
It says right here, as in Chris's.
No. It says right here on my own
brain.
My brain. There you go. That she married George Herbert Walker Bush at the age of. He was 17 and she was about 37. Pretty insane.
That's disgusting. Barbara Bush is a pedophile. Dare I say?
Okay.
Or was? Okay,
I don't want to throw
was.
around accusations. Rest her soul.
Rest her.
I don't want to
soul.
be like that whole court that said that put Jared in jail. Right,
well, I don't mean to throw around accusations, but
I don't mean to throw around anything. If I threw around things in this room, I'd probably break something, and then there would be no more WNSC radio. In fact, I would toss it all. They'd toss all the gear in the trash because it's worthless. Because I was throwing around things, and I don't want to throw around any accusations because I might break something. I might break myself, and that's really what I want to get to today, folks. If you say things that aren't true, you might just break yourself, and I think that's a good little tidbit of knowledge. That's our brain buster of the day. Think about it too hard, your brain might bust.
That's true. My brain is fried
because you thought about it too hard. Mm-hmm. If you think about anything too hard, your brain might bust. Actually, and I'm talking about Nick specifically.
Mm-hmm. I have a giant head.
He's got a giant head, a little brain. All right.
Most of this is just
bone. When Pierce was 16, Pierce.
Who's Pierce?
Okay.
Pierce Bush?
Pierce Bush. Pierce. Okay. When Pierce was 16 and on Christmas vacation, I thought this was the Wikipedia page for... Okay, not Wikipedia page. I'm not reading off a Wikipedia page. Anyway, she met George Bush at a dance at the Round Hill Country Club. All right, so she was a member of the Round Hill Country Club, and I think we should talk about that for. What do you think the Round Hill? Where do you think, what do you think they would do there at the Round Hill Country Club? Like,
I imagine they would partake in maybe some light drinking, social drinking, maybe dip their toes in the water, but not swim because that's not too classy.
I like to imagine they do a little dancing.
They could dance. What decade was this? Like the 1870s? They probably had music by then.
I think it might have been around there. Dancing was, of course, invented in 1852, famously by George Dance. And music was invented a few years later, so really
for a while, dancing was just...
Yeah, they didn't really dance to anything.
Until Elvis music came along.
Music came along in
58.
Did I...
I think, yeah, it's got to be 58.
Well, yeah, sure. And he made his first song. It's called "Baby, Baby, Baby,"
which was controversial at the time because people never referred to babies more than twice, let alone 3 times.
No one has ever said the word "baby" 3 times in a row. Elvis music, of course, he said "baby" 3 times in a row, and it blew everyone's mind. And they were like, you know what? What is? I guess music's okay, even though there's only one song that anyone could listen to. Of course, there were the people that said that "Baby, Baby, Baby" was made by the devil, and
yes,
the devil sued everyone that said that. The devil did not want any part in "Baby, Baby, Baby." He didn't like this new music thing. In fact, that's famous. You can look that up. Mm-hmm. Satan did not want anything to do with music. So, little tidbit of knowledge there. It's another brain buster. If you think about it too hard, you will bust. And I'm talking about your brain, of course.
I'm busting just thinking about it.
Yeah, I think my brain might be broken because it already broke because I can't bust.
"Baby, Baby, Baby," if you recall, is just one note.
"Baby, Baby, Baby."
One note played on a harpsichord because that was the only instrument.
Yeah, we had. Well, what happened was I think it was like 1847. All these instruments were invented. There was this guy, Bill Instrument. He just invented all these instruments, and he's like, "Well, I put some strings together with some, I guess, wood that I had, and didn't know what to do with them. In fact, he invented them primarily as weapons to kill others with, and didn't really work. Tried to go to war with it. He got shot immediately." And I think another soldier by the name of Elvis Music found these instruments, and he discovered you can create a harmony
It took him forever.
Took him a while, but
It wasn't until dancing was invented.
he invented the G. He discovered that G, and then he bust.
He busted.
His brain busted really hard, and he played the G until he discovered the C, and then it all spirals down from there. And then the world became a much worse place. Music, everyone got really upset about music. Everyone started getting mad. They're like, "Oh no," because there was a second song invented by a guy named Jilly Turmeric. I don't know about Jilly Turmeric. He invented a song called "Baby Baby Baby Baby." 4 babies.
Very controversial. And at that time, because this Baby 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 didn't have a rhythm until Robert Drums came along for the Baby 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 Baby.
And he teamed up with his good friend Tingo Percussion, and they're like, maybe we could do something with like this whole banging thing on various items, pots, pans. So they made the 5 baby. What did they make? Who made the 5th?
The 5th baby was the Beatles.
Baby, 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 baby.
That was the Beatles.
Oh, it was the Beatles? Mm-hmm. John Lennon, the 3rd Jesus?
Yes.
Of course, at the top of the show, we were talking about the 4 Jesuses. The 3rd one is John Lennon, confirmed.
With the 4th being Alex Jones.
And Alex Jones is the 4th one. Of course, I'm talking about famous musician Alex Jones of the Alex Jones Good Time Band. He went on to make the 6 Baby song. So that's really what he's famous for.
And that's the history behind the 6 songs we have today.
That's the 6 songs. Of course, I don't know if you know this, but the Chris Show Miele, famous for having the 7th song, which is the theme song.
Yes.
That's why today we were given so many episodes of this show. We were allowed to run for a whole 100 episodes. That's right. This is the 100th episode of the show. Can we? Of course, can we play something for a second? We can play something. Ready? Wow, 100 episodes. I can't believe we finally made it here. Of course, on today's episode, we will be talking about all the famous bits, all the skits, all the goofs, all the spoofs, and all the crazy co-hosts we've had on the show. The celebrity guests. We'll get a few call-ins from, I don't know, maybe a Subway criminal, Jared Fogle. Maybe he'll call in.
Jared Fogle.
Willie, I don't know. Maybe Sufjan Stevens will call in.
Maybe anyone will call in.
Famous ASMR artist Sufjan Stevens will call in. Maybe a single human being will call in. Maybe that could happen.
Maybe if we're lucky.
Maybe people don't know how to pick up phones and hit numbers and, enter 407-823-4151 into the numbers. Technology's difficult. Of course, every phone I've ever owned, I immediately broke with my big fat fingers. I was like, how do you do this? I just want to download apps and play games on my phone. Of course, I immediately dropped the phone. It fell into a river. Oh, I'm getting a phone call on the show. You're in the phone zone.
Hi, phone zone.
Hello, wait, speak up.
How you doing, phone zone? How you doing, guys?
We're doing great. Thank you for asking.
Hello.
I'm enjoying your show so much. I just didn't want to pick up my phone.
So you decided to pick up your phone. That's good.
No, she enjoys the show so much she didn't even want to pick up the phone and miss it.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Right.
Right. All right. How are you today?
Fine. When I was doing laundry.
You were doing laundry. See, that's what I said. If you're listening to the show, you got to be doing laundry. You got to be folding clothing. That's what the Chris Show experience is all about.
I couldn't pass that phone.
You couldn't text on your phone? Did you forget how?
Laundry.
You were folding laundry. Well, that's true. I advise people, if you're folding laundry, give that laundry half of your attention, and then give the Chris Show the other half of your attention. Maybe you can give 60% of your attention to the laundry, 40% to the Chris Show. That could also be a thing. I don't know. You do you.
I just have to know something.
You just want to... Wait, you say you just want to know something.
Was Deborah real at all when she married George?
Yeah.
Yes, of course, there were 93 episodes of Barbara Bush. Pretty good episodes.
Well, I think she wants to know if Barbara Bush was really that old when she married. She was 30-something.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm hard of hearing. Yeah, Barbara Bush was about 37 when she married 16-year-old George Herbert Walker, Texas Ranger Bush.
Fake
I don't think it's fake news. I think it might be true news. We only talk about the truth on the show.
I have that up.
You will have to look it up. Of course, Barbara Bush, yes, she was 48 when she married 10-year-old George Herbert Walker, Ranger Bush.
Okay, very good.
I'm really blowing the lid off of this hot story. Very hot. Very so hot, I'm sweating.
They were discussing.
Huh?
I like that movie.
Which movie?
Forrest
Gump, yes. Remember the scene in Forrest Gump where Forrest Gump arrests Barbara Bush for being a weird creep.
He arrests Barbara Bush for being a 54-year-old woman marrying a 7-year-old George Herbert Walker Bush.
Yeah, he actually goes to the wedding and he stands up, he says, "I object," and then he citizen arrests her.
Well, it's Forrest Gump. He accidentally stands up because he wants Dr. Pepper.
He's thirsty for a nice
when
Dr.
somebody
Pepper.
says, "Do I object?" So he accidentally gets himself into that wacky situation.
Someone says they object, and he's like, "Well, I have this police badge and gun," and he holds a gun up to Barbara.
I can see that.
Says, "You are under arrest, ma'am."
There should be a sequel where Forrest Gump is a cop.
He was originally going to arrest Barbara for not having Dr. Pepper at the wedding.
They should do a sequel to Forrest.
He what?
A sequel to Forrest Gump.
Oh, okay, I just realized you know how the phone calls are in the left ear. I didn't have my left ear on the thing, so I could barely hear. Anyway, yes, you want a sequel to Forrest Gump? Forrest Gump 2 is coming soon.
Oh, it is?
It is coming soon. Forrest Gump, there's a few things. Forrest Gump, he accidentally runs into Barack Obama on the streets of New York City. They exchange a few. He runs into him. He falls over. Barack Obama's holding a big bag of groceries. The groceries go flying through the sky. Barack says, "Oh, it's fine. Don't worry, Forrest." And then Forrest is like, "Duh." He's like, "Mr. Obama." And they shake hands, and he says, "Forrest, would you like to come over for a cup of tea?" He says, I would actually like a Dr. Pepper."
He accidentally, another scene where he accidentally discharges his gun in Pakistan and kills Osama bin Laden.
Oh, wow, really? That's the movie.
Yeah,
That's great.
He's polishing.
I love Tom Hanks.
He's polishing his gun.
Yeah, there's a scene where he accidentally hangs Saddam Hussein.
How about plastic bomb now?
Forrest,
right.
Wait. Forrest,
All right, thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Forrest is practicing his knot tying.
Forrest was a Boy Scout, and he becomes good friends with Saddam Hussein. Shows him the monkey knot, the famous monkey knot. Saddam says, "Wow, looks." I'm not going to do an accent for that. He says, "Looks like I could wear that like a necklace." And then Forrest Gump, "No, it's not.
Forrest Gump
was not a necklace. No.
Forrest Gump was trying to not lose track of the knot, so he tied it to the ceiling.
He tried. I don't want to lose my rope." And then Saddam says, "Well, that's a good looking rope, Forrest. Look." And he's like joking. He stands up on the chair to put his neck around it. And well, folks, the rest is all true history that happened.
True.
Pretty crazy stuff. The idea that Forrest was everywhere in history is pretty crazy to me.
Forrest Gump, and he was in the recent SpaceX launch with the dummy inside the car.
He was in the trunk.
He was in the trunk.
He's like, "Did someone get me out of here?" And then Elon was like, "Forrest." I don't know how Elon was.
"Forrest, there's an asteroid coming towards Earth. You have to steer the car."
"Forrest, I need you in the trunk." Why? "Forrest, you'll be the first man to ever go into space in a trunk." but I don't want to.
I just want to drink my Dr.
Forrest,
Pepper.
There's a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper in the trunk. Just hop in. And then for the rest is true history, as I've said before. All of this did happen.
It's like I'm similar in Forrest Gump 1, where he's like, they invested me in a company called Apple, a fruit company. I don't have to worry about money no more. In this one, it's they got me a special kind of pirate coin. They called it a Bitcoin. I didn't have to worry about money no more. He bought it in like 2008 on accident.
Yeah, and he also loses his house in 2008 too.
Yeah.
Very sad. Very sad occurrence.
He loses his shrimping boat.
Yeah. Whoops. He also invents planking on accident. Planking.
Forrest Gump started planking. He was in the first Harlem Shake video. He was what else?
What happened was he drank too much Dr. Pepper. He started having a freaking seizure.
There's a little one-off scene where he kind of
and he invented the Harlem Shake. So there you go, everybody. That's your
just one more.
Okay.
There's a scene where he sneezes really hard, and some like famous person's near him. It's like, that looked like a pretty funny dance move. And Forrest is like, can I get your napkin just to dab on my face because I sneezed? They're like, the dab. Something like that.
To keep it recent too, he also was at the Mark Zuckerberg court case, and he drank so much Dr. Pepper that he had a piss. So that's going to happen in the new Forrest Gump movie. Of course, I made a poll on Twitter. You can look at the poll if you really want to. If you're so inclined, you can. It's at Christian Miele, Miele, CHRS, whatever. Looks like there's a tie between Tag and Manhunt. Wow. Of course, that poll was the King of Games.
Oh, no. You have to update it. There's a tic-tac-toe entry now.
No, yes, there is a tic-tac-toe. The poll was, what is the King of Games, I guess? Tag, hide-and-seek, Manhunt, or tic-tag-toe. I accidentally put tag instead of tack. Whoops.
That was a real blunder.
You know, I did that on purpose. I didn't want to give free advertising to Tic Tacs. Tic Tacs, eat them up. That's what I would say if I was sponsored by Tic Tacs. Call me. Please call me. Lots of people listen to the show, of course. And they all say, we need something that'll make our breath smell not better, actually. Just kind of something to chew on for a few seconds and then accidentally swallow. And that's Tic Tacs. That's Tic Tacs for you.
If you really want your breath to smell good, just suck on a Cheez-It.
Yeah, you could suck on a Cheez-It or drink some Papis, which is our soda of the day. Please drink Papis.
Soda of the day.
The show is brought to you in part by Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its.
This show is also brought to you by HQ Trivia. We'll have Scott Rogowski on the show soon.
Scott's going to be on the show. It's going to be real good. He's going to call in the next 5 minutes. He's going to call in. Selfchin Stevens is going to call in. Frank Ocean will call in and apologize for that one episode that he was on. When was it? I don't even remember when he was on the show.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
That was a long time ago. No one remembers. What did you just say?
Turns out he was high on cocaine, which is why he was acting out so much.
No. I had Frank sign a no, I will never do drugs. He's a member of DARE.
Ooh. Yeah, you do have to sign up to become a member of DARE to be on this show.
He said to me, yes, in middle school, I was in DARE, and that taught me to never do drugs. And since then, he hasn't touched the stuff. Mm-hmm. Which I think is real good about DARE. Of course, DARE stands for damn.
Drugs are...
Rats eat. And then,
which of the 4 ways you're supposed to respond to seeing drugs?
In really small letters, it said drugs. So only rats eat drugs. Of course, you don't want to eat. That's how you do drugs, right? You eat them? I don't know. I've never even seen the dang things. I don't have Google. I don't know how to look up things. I'm not that good at computers. I told you, if I had a computer, I'd throw it into the wall on accident, probably. I typed so hard, the thing went flying into a wall and breaks immediately.
Yes, drugs are, again, terrible. That's why I stick to coffee.
Drugs and music. And also, the crimes of Jared Fogle. But I don't even have to get into that.
Alleged crimes.
Alleged crimes. All right.
I don't think he actually did.
You know what? The poll's done. We got Tag and Manhunt. They tied. Pretty cool stuff. I think that's about it for the show. Really good show today. Definitely didn't scramble.
Episode.
Definitely didn't scramble at all. No scrambling happened. Save the scrambling for the eggs. That's what I say. 100th episode. Only took us 11 episodes to get here, and I think I have something special to say. So let's get to that. Ready?
If it plays.
Wow, 100 episodes, very exciting. We're gonna be talking about bits, all the famous bits from previous episodes, bits, spoofs, goofs, gags, bloopers. We're gonna have some behind-the-scenes information about the show. How does it work? How do I function? How have I survived this long? What is going on in my head? Where am I right now? Who are you? What is this? What does that smell? Did I leave the oven on? That's a good question, too. I think I might have left the oven on. My house is a bunch of crisps right now. I love crisps. I love Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are my favorite crisps. I love when they're a little burnt. You know, you ever eat those burnt cheeses? Anyway, we're going to be talking about all the famous co-hosts, guests, call-ins, all the people over the years that have supported the show. They're all going to call in and say, congratulations on 100 episodes of the show, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to get all of that out of the way, because I hate it.
Agreed.
It's all trash.
It's trash.
Throw it in the garbage. But also, put that garbage can on a mantle, like a nice pedestal, so you can see it every day and smile before you go to bed. I think that's one thing. Remember that? I think that's it. It's our famous call-in. Hello, is this a celebrity?
Yes.
This is a famous celebrity? Well, what's your name?
I'm Austin. And I just want to say...
You're Austin?
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Who are you again, though?
Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Oh!
Will Smith.
Will Smith of Getting Jiggy With It. One of my favorite all-time songs.
You know, it's great for you to have you here, Will. Of course, Will is a longtime fan of the show.
Well, buddy, I gotta say, we have been getting jiggy with it for a long time on this show.
Every single Thursday.
100 episodes of Getting Jiggy With It, in fact. Can you believe that?
I'll make a song about it.
Please make it.
Perfect, please.
Will, buddy.
Now, this is a story all about how Will Smith called into the show.
The freaking Fresh Prince, baby. 100 episodes, of course. It all led up to this. Will Smith calling in.
We've got him here.
We got him in our clutches.
You kind of have me, but I gotta go.
No, Will.
Just call my name.
Will,
don't you hang up on me. Don't you hang up on me.
No, let Will be. Will has to record the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion they're secretly making.
You guys, good to hear, Will. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in, Will. William, can I call you Bill?
Well, William is fine.
Okay, William. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Got him. I hang up on Will. I've always wanted to hang up on a celebrity.
There we go.
I think I got to do that today. Well, I guess that's the end of the show. This show is really good. 100th episode. Only took us 11 episodes to get to it. I think that's pretty exciting stuff, if you ask me.
Shows you how efficient the show is.
I'm like a fascist dictator. I get things done. Yes. So thanks for tuning in. Chris Show Miele on WNSC Radio. You can listen to every episode on YouTube if you're really inclined to. Maybe listen to it on 2 times speed. I think that would help you get through it very quickly. Chris Show Miele, that's spelled Miele. And tune
in next week for the 150th episode.
Tune in next week. We will be having more celebrities, more goofs, more spoofs. And we'll be reminiscing about the past 100 episodes on the very next 150th episode. We won't be mentioning any of the 50 episodes that precede this episode, though. They were all bad, I believe. No one liked those. Those were the dark ages of the Chris Show, but we're going to bring it back, and it's going to be great.
All right, yeah, looking forward to it.
And signing off, who's my co-host today? What's your name again?
My name is Nick Brunston.
Nick Brunston, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. I'm
really, every week's a blessing. Really.
Every week is a blessing and a curse.
Bless this mess. That's what I like to say. And I think on that note, I want to finish us off. Thanks for tuning in. You've been a real good audience. You were very quiet the entire time, except for two rambunctious call-ins from. I think they're both celebrities. You're a star.
We're all stars.
We're all stars. That's what I'm going to lead us off on. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Well, wait, I got to load up the freaking theme song.
Oh.
Okay, bye.